Kool for school.
No school today. No school for me.
Too cool for school.
No school today. No school for me.
Too cool for school.
No school today. No school today. No school for me.
Too cool for school.
No school today.
Too cool for school. Too cool for school.
How was your holidays? Did you do anything nice? Actually, I visited the Sunshine State.
Where is the Sunshine State?
Florida, I visited the Kennedy Space Center and got the astronaut Charles Walker's autograph. And look, I have a collection of medals honoring the people who achieved America's only moon landing. It was an amazing trip.
That's awesome.
Did you visit the theme park? I had an incredible time there. This is the pass from Magic Kingdom. Did you do anything interesting over your holidays, Rowan?
Actually, I travelled down under with my family. The flight took 36 hours and a stopover in Dubai.
You must have been exhausted when you got there. Tell us more about your trip.
We stayed in Perth, the capital of Western Australia. It has a population just under 2 million. Most people live beside sandy beaches. And look, I got a didgeridoo.
What's a didgeridoo?
It's a wind instrument and possibly the world's oldest musical instrument. It's made with limbs and tree trunks and hollowed out by insects. It produces a low-pitched noise. Listen.
Wow! And is that a boomerang you have there?
Yes, modern boomerangs are usually used for sport, while back then they were used for hunting. I'm glad I wasn't alive back then. I wouldn't like it if it hit me back in the head. Maria, did you do anything nice during the holidays?
Actually, I went skiing in Austria. Wow, tell us more about that. When you get there, you hire your skis and ski boots. You wear heavy clothes and ski goggles. You get to the top of the slope by ski lift. And you don't travel down in a straight line, you move left and right constantly.
Was it not scary looking down from the top of the slope?
No, I felt inside it. This pass is like a hotel key and allowed me to go on the lifts.
That's really cool.
If you got the chance to go skiing again, would you go? Absolutely.
Too cool for school.
And that was Shocking Survey of Hidden Sugars, brought to us by Alicia, Maggie and Kate.
Too cool for school.
Hello girls, welcome to the studio. Thank you. Can you tell me what have you discovered?
Well, we did a project on the amount of sugar we regularly have in our lunchboxes and we were shocked by the results.
Take a Capri Sun for example. Many of us bring these in our lunch, thinking it's a healthy option, but believe it or not, this small carton contains 5 spoons of sugar. This amount.
Ugh. One fruit contains 13 grams of sugar. That is 1 gram more than the petit flue. The petit flue is 12 grams of sugar. Look.
And I thought I was having a healthy snack when having fruit. What about Lucozade, a very popular drink?
This bottle contains 33 grams of sugar. That is over 8 teaspoons per bottle.
Ugh.
One Frosties bar contains 18 grams of sugar. 4.5 teaspoons of sugar, this amount.
I think we'll leave from there, girls. We've heard enough. I'm going to pay greater heed to what goes in my lunchbox from now on. Will you be making different lunch choices from now on?
Absolutely.
That's all we have time for. That's all we have time for. Thanks for Maggie and Kate for joining me and for bringing such interesting information to our attention. Bye-bye.
Kool for school.
Pizza, yum! Did you know that the world's fastest pizza maker can make 14 pizzas in 2 minutes and 35 seconds? Wow, that's fast. And according to the Guinness Book of Records, the world's largest pizza ever made was 37 meters in diameter. Thanks to Abby winning an art competition, we got to spend a morning in Supermax making our own pizzas. I got to interview Donal, who told me that the busiest day is St. Stephen's Day, followed by St. Patrick's Day. He told me that the most unusual pizza topping he's ever been asked for is tomatoes. Tomatoes over tomato puree, yuck. And he told me that the most ordered food he's ever had is burgers. Now to Farrell interviewing Abby about the winning picture.
Hi, I'm Farrell, and I'm going to be interviewing Abby about an art competition she won for all of us. So, Abby, how did you feel when you heard that you had won the competition?
I felt very happy and I was kind of shocked, and I felt really, really happy and great.
Did you do anything unusual that may have helped you win?
Maybe I did a lot of different shades of green, and I did a few designs on the eggs.
Would it encourage you to do lots more competitions?
Yes, definitely.
I'd love that. Everyone, I'm sure, would love another day out. What did your family say when they found out that you had won?
They said, "Well done, Abby, I'm very proud of you, and have a good time at Supermax."
That's good. That's all for now. Bye.
Bye.
Kool for school.
Today we are chatting to local man Niall Ward about his interest in hurling.
It's a skillful game and we are training hard each week with Niall to improve our skill. Eventually the Kilkenny Cats will be beaten by the Longford Lions.
What age were you when you started playing?
I would say I started playing hurling from quite an early age, maybe 5 or 6 years of age in the back garden, and then I joined Slashers when I was young, when I was 8 I think. So I started playing under 11s when I was 8, and I played all the way up then to still playing a little bit till senior.
When did hurling become your sport of choice?
Yeah, well, like most boys growing up still today, I would have played all the sports and loved all sports. I suppose our household at home was a GAA household, so it was Gaelic football and hurling, and they were presented equally all the way up. But I also played soccer and a little bit of basketball, had an interest in rugby as well, so even American football, snooker, pool, every swimming, all sorts of. I played everything basically. But I think as I got older, I think and it's a natural thing to do. You will sort of specialise. You'll be drawn to the game you're most in love with, I think, and just hurling always had something for me. I think it's our national game. I think it's important that it's such an old game as well. It goes back to the legends of our country, like kool, and it's important that if we were to let that game die out, when will we, down the line, 10, 50 years, 100 years, are we still going to be, what will make us Irish? It's one of the defining things that makes us Irish, I believe. So I think somewhere like in Longford, where Gaelic football and soccer are probably the more prominent sports, I think it's important that we try and make sure that hurling still has a foothold.
How do you see the future in hurling in Longford?
Well, I'm doing my best anyway to keep it alive in Longford Slashers, in the town parish here, and in the county. that there's a couple other people that are doing the same, that are helping in the club and in the county. Wolftones are a very strong club as well, so we've a strong rivalry with them, a healthy rivalry, I would say. So I think we probably need a little bit more backing from the county board, and there needs to be more than just 2 or 3 clubs operating in the county for it to grow and for it to maintain, and just make sure that it doesn't die out. So it's the future is uncertain, to be honest, until somebody takes the bull by the horns and sort of drives it on, because that's not really happening at the moment. The GAA is supposed to promote Gaelic football and hurling and handball and camogie, all the sports, but football and hurling in particular, they're supposed to be presented equally, and in Longford that's not really happening at the moment. So we need to do something to kind of have a little bit more equality in that. So that's my feelings on the matter.
How are the Longford hurling team performing at the moment?
Yeah, well, the seniors are doing quite well at the moment. There's a couple of outsiders playing for Longford at the moment, which I suppose probably strengthens them up, and there's a debate as to whether that's good for hurling in the county or bad. So, but definitely they're operating at a reasonable level at the moment. So, again, the aim needs to be to consolidate that position that they have, and maybe even improve on it. But again, the structures have to be right at club level in order for that to happen and to happen into the future. So, for now, it's fine, and there's some great talent at underage as well. But we can't be complacent about it. In fact, we need to drive it on even more.
Well, that's all we have time for today.
Oh wait, one more thing. We have a bit of footage of you training in the county final.
Your class is number 7, guys. Number 8, Adam Murray. It's just the numbers. Adam, you're the man to do this half. You're well capable of doing it. You should
Way not straight up the middle, right? Same with you down with the puck outs, okay? Alright. Midfield, Harry and Adam. Right? But when you get the ball and you turn like you do, right? Let it off, don't overdo it.
kick it out the wing, guys. If you get it into you guys, it's going to be working. Kick it out the wing. Don't throw it around the goals. Come on, get it out there. Gary, great stuff. Keep focusing in there. You have to keep showing.
Put your aggression on the ball, lads, right? Fight for the ball. Fight for each other.
You should be towering in there and winning this game. Towering in there. But when you get the ball yourself, take it on. Strike it away.
That's a world of a difference, lads. This game is there for the taking, lads. It's up to you to take it. Alright? Are you going to do it?
Did you know that the Irish tin whistle has been in existence for hundreds of years? They are almost never made of tin anymore, but there are lots of different metals. It has a range of about 15 notes and is popular all over the world. Listen to some of the notes. Even Mozart used it to play fast passages and imitate bird songs. We are now going to play Dawning of the Day and Amazing Grace.
And now back to the studio where Harry and Sean meet a really important member of our community, Gavin Trapp, who worked with the Longford Fire Brigade.
Cool for school.
You're welcome to the studio, Gavin. We're looking forward to hearing about your job.
Thanks very much.
Can you please tell me what training is necessary before becoming a fireman?
Okay, so before you become a fireman, you have to do a couple of courses. The first one is the crew course, which is kind of a basic fire course that you learn your skills, like putting up and down ladders, learn how to get water from open source or from hydrants, a bit of marching involved, how to roll out hoses, and branch technique. So it's kind of just basic skills for a fireman. The second course you do then would be a BA course, which is a breathing apparatus course, and that's a very, very intense course, which you do in a smoke-filled environment. You go into buildings, and a lot of heat involved, and you're given different tasks to do, like to build, retrieve kind of dummies, and bring them out, and treat them as like live people. So, very good course.
How long have you got from the time you received the call to get to the fire station?
Okay, well I live pretty close to the fire station, so I live in Abbeycarton, so about 3 or 4 minutes you get to the fire station.
What happens then?
So you go into the fire station, you'd read the facts, which has been sent from camp, and we'd know what we're dealing with, where the fire is, the address of the fire, or it could be an RTA, which is a road traffic accident, or it could be a chimney fire. So the firefighter is getting mentally prepared in his head what skills he needs and what exactly he needs to do. So he has to try and get in the right frame of mind.
Start by where?
So every firefighter has a fire kit, which would be helmet, jacket, leggings, wellies with steel toe boots to protect it from obviously things falling on you. And then we have a second uniform then, which is overalls, which we'll use then for the likes of bog fires, which is a bit lighter. So that's basically it.
What was the scariest experience when you became a fireman?
Okay, so, well, probably being a fireman, you're going to come across lots of scary things. I mean, there's likes of RTAs, which is road traffic accidents. They're pretty scary because, the person in the car could be trapped and they could be hurt. So you're trying to get there as quickly as possible and try and get them out of the car as safely as possible as well. And there's house fires. You might get called for house fires, which you probably could be told there's persons reported inside the house. So, there's lots of scary things, I suppose, being a fireman.
Were you working Christmas morning 2009 when the cathedral went on fire?
I was indeed, yeah. I was working that morning, and it's a morning I'll never forget. I remember driving around the back of the cathedral, and there was fire coming out of probably every window in the back of the cathedral. So we knew that morning that we're in for a hard morning, and the weather that morning as well was very very cold. It was very minus, I think it was -8 or -10 that morning. So as well as fighting the fire that morning, we were trying to fight the elements. So we had a lot of problems that morning trying to get water from hydrants, and so we had to go and get water from the Camlin, which is open source. So we had to get a pump down to the Camlin, pump the water the whole way up through Tesco car park, and get water up into the tenders and start fighting the fire that way.
That was a Christmas with a difference.
It certainly was, yeah.
Well, that's all we got time for. Thank you for sharing your story with us, Gavin.
You're welcome.
Bye. Bye.
Cool for school.
Hello, Jimmy.
Hello, Abby.
And Zanta. Jimmy, can you please tell me when you first lost your sight?
I lost my sight in February 2008.
What age is Zanta?
Zanta is almost 9, Abby.
Oh. When was Zanta first introduced to you?
She was first introduced to me in a hotel down in Cork beside the Guide Dog Centre.
Oh.
Can you tell me what Zonta would do to help you on a daily basis?
She does quite a bit, Abby. She brings me downtown. She brings me to the places I need to go, like maybe the bank or the chemist or a restaurant. And just basically, she's my eyes, my independence.
Oh, if you could see one more thing, what would it be?
That's a very relevant question. It would be my wife and children.
Oh, that's nice. Can you tell me a bit of Zonta's background?
I can indeed, Abby. She's, well, as I said, she's almost 9 years old. When she was 8 weeks old, she went to a puppy walker to train her, just obedience and how to walk on a lead. And she stayed with the puppy walker for 18 months. Then she went down to Cork for 6 months, intensive training to hopefully become a guide dog. And there was 4 in her litter, and she's named from the alphabet. She's Zonta, named from the Z alphabet, and she had 3 sisters called Zanya, Zina, and Zebedee. And she was introduced to me, as I said earlier, in a hotel beside the guide dog centre to see if she would like me and that I'd like her. And obviously we hit off straight away. So I went down then later that year for 3 weeks intensive training with Zonta.
Was there anything special about Zonta that you really wanted her?
Yes, she's very sociable. She loves children. She's very kind. She responds more to a less stern approach. You know, she's a very friendly animal, and she responds to kindness more than anything.
How did Zonta get his name?
She's named from the alphabet, and she's from the Z alphabet, and they do that so that they're easier to trace on computer.
When you got blind, did your hearing improve, or were you better at touching things and finding out what they are?
Well, actually, Abby, I'm quite deaf as well, and my hearing has been bad from birth, and I didn't actually know that until I got a hearing aid. But my other senses have become much more acute. My sense of touch, my sense of smell, I can tell roughly where I am by what's under my feet, and by touching things I can tell a lot about things.
I heard you got soaked when you came in.
We did indeed, Abby.
Well, thanks so much for joining us today, and thanks for bringing in Zonta to meet us. Well, that's all we have time for. Bye!
Bye.
What an amazing story. And now we go to Joke Corner!
Do you want to hear a joke about peanut butter? Sure, why not? I can't tell you because you might start it. Why did the chicken cross the football pitch? I don't know. Because the ref called foul.
What did the traffic light say to the car?
I don't know.
Don't look at me, I'm changing. What did the rude snowman say to the carrot?
I don't know.
Don't, get out of my face.
What has a neck but can't swallow?
I don't know.
A bottle. Why are fish so easy to weigh?
I don't know.
They already have scales.
What does a cow have? What do cows have for breakfast?
I don't know.
Muesli.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Boo.
Boo-hoo.
Don't cry, it's only a joke.
What do you call a girl with one leg?
I don't know.
Eileen.
Bye.
Hey Shay, did you know that the opposite sides of a dice always add up to 7? Let me show you. 6, and 1, 5 and 2, 4 and 3.
And did you know that the brightest light on a hotel in Las Vegas can be saw 402 kilometers away?
Whoa, that light must be pretty bright. And how about this? How many hearts do you think an earthworm has?
1.
No, an earthworm has 5 hearts.
Amazing. And did you know that it's impossible to lick your own elbow? Try it.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. It is impossible. And finally, did you know that blondes have more hair than brunettes?
Don't think we'll count to prove that one. And now to History Corner with Peter and Stephen.
What are you going to show us today, Stephen?
I'm going to explain to you how this iron was used in the olden days. What about you, Peter?
I've got my whole shop thing, and I'm going to tell you how different it was in the olden days to now. Tell me about your artifact, Stephen.
Well, this iron was used in the olden days for ironing, and the women had to be very careful not to get ash on the clothes when they were ironing. This is made from cast metal, and then when they went to put hot embers in or hot metal, they put it in here, and then they closed it down. Often women had 2 irons, and when one was ironing, the other was heating up. How about you, Peter?
You gave the list to the shopkeeper. He wrote down the items there and the price there. It's very different than the shops today, because the till does the adding, and the customer packs his own stuff.
Interesting.
That's it from History Corner for today. Yeah. See you next time. Bye.
We're off to Book Buddies to meet Daisy, Noah and Kira, who are reviewing 3 popular books.
Hey guys, Book Buddies here, and today we're going to be reviewing 3 very popular books. I'm reviewing The Twits by Roald Dahl, and why I'm reviewing this book is because it's funny, and it's just really funny. It makes me laugh, and I think loads of people should read books more than be stuck inside playing on their Xbox and stuff. So I'm going to say what I like about the book. I like the book because the Muggle monkeys go inside and turn the place inside out, and the Twits are really hairy, and they buy guns to try and shoot all the birds and Muggle monkeys.
That's my favourite bit too.
Yeah. Daisy, what are you reading?
I'm reading The Enormous Crocodile by Roald Dahl. I like the bit where the crocodile pretends to be a tree and the rhino runs into him.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, I like that part too. I also like the roly-poly bird because she's really funny.
Yeah, she's really funny.
What did you read, Kira?
I got A Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Old School. It's about what life was like in the olden days, and he goes to a camp to see what it was like.
Interesting.
Do you like the part when they put the goldfish in the toilet?
Yeah, that's really funny.
Yeah.
What's your favourite bit?
My favourite part is when Sly Scratch they start talking about him.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Who's your favourite character?
My favourite character is Greg Heffley. I think he's really funny.
He's cool.
Yeah. Right, so that's all the time we got time for today. Bye.
And now, back to the studio to Super Sports Session with Gabrielle.
Good afternoon and welcome to Super Sports Session. Today we meet 2 famous football players, Suarez and Messi.
Hola.
Hola. You are both very welcome. Suarez, what did you do before you were a professional football player?
I worked as a street sweeper, saving up the coins. I was paid as little as change I found on the street.
It's certainly a rags to riches story. Rumour has it that you're worth $75 million. Is that true?
Yes, football changed my life.
Suarez, you have played all 90 minutes of all games this season. How did you manage it?
I'm unpredictable and can shoot with either foot. I can play centre forward, on the wings or in goal.
You are known as the most frequent scorer of hat-tricks. How do you do it?
I practice a lot during the week and at home too.
And a lot of people are wondering how your teeth are. Do you spend a lot of money on dental?
Not funny, I took my punishment as I was banned from soccer for 4 months.
Vampire! Now, Messi, behave. Is it true, Messi, that you are the first contract with Barcelona was on a napkin?
Yes, the sporting director was really impressed with my skill and wanted to sign me immediately. As there was no paper, he used a napkin.
Tell me more about your youth.
I wasn't very well as a youth, and my parents could not afford to pay for my treatment, which cost $900 a month. So I joined Barcelona at 17, and they agreed to pay for my treatment.
Your nickname is the Flea. How did you get it?
Because of my speed and agility.
Tell us about the golden foot.
A cast was made of my left foot to create a gold replica which went on sale in Japan to raise funds for the victims of the 2011 earthquake in tsunami. It raised over €4 million.
Impressive. Rumour has it that you're the second richest soccer player in the world. Is this true?
Yes, I am told that I am next to Ronaldo and worth $180 million. A lot of this is donated to charity.
Wow, and on that note, I will ask both of you to give a demo of your goal scoring skills.
Yay! Too cool for school! Well, that's it from Too Cool for School for now. We had some amazing guests and learned a lot of interesting facts, didn't we, Thomas?
We certainly did, and now we look forward to coming back to you on a later day.
Slán fo!
Slán!
Too cool for school!
No school today.